New this week on Central News, Eagles are still awaiting the opening of the new Student Union building that was projected to open prior to the fall semester. Plus, more construction began on campus over the summer, adding to the number of unfinished buildings that students have been anticipating. Central News begins now.
From the broadcast studio in the Department of Mass Communication at North Carolina Central University, this is Central News.
Hi everyone, welcome back to The Nest. I am Victoria Cooper. Thank you for joining us. Over the last year, we have been following the progress of the new and improved Student Union building. We were told last spring that the building would be finished in time for the fall semester. Rebecca Smith is outside in front of the new building to give us an update on the progress. Rebecca, what can you tell us?
Thank you. Since 2016, a new student union has been in the works. Replacing the Alfonso Elder Student Union, we've seen big changes as the building is coming together. As students are returning back to campus and more activities are opening up, the student union is the perfect place to enjoy that college experience. For years, the Alfonso Elder Student Union has been the place where students gather to eat, hold events, and relax outside of the classroom. As the new student union comes together, students will be able to continue those efforts on a larger scale. With a budget of around $36 million, the new building includes multi-use gathering space, conference rooms seating up to 1,000 people, and office space for student organizations. Along with the larger spaces, students can also see more food options coming back to campus.
Because we're still actively building Chick-fil-A and your Freshest Cafe area that will be coming preferably around first of the new year.
Public computer rooms can also be found at the new student union, along with other needs that can help students in a more educational way. It will definitely be an upgrade from the one before. Students can also plan to organize their own clubs and activities, bringing more interest back to Central. You can look out for the new student union somewhere late in the year. Reporting for Central News, Rebecca Smith.
Well, we hope to start the spring semester in the new building. Thanks, Rebecca. The new Student Union building is not the only anticipated building on campus. 6 other buildings are being added to the Nest, creating a lot of commotion. Jamin Wade took a look at the newest additions to see how the Nest will look in the new future.
Thank you. I'm here in front of the construction of the new business building, where construction has been delayed because of COVID-19.
North Carolina Central University students have been eager to get back on campus this school year. Students were looking forward to using their new student union, but since their return, they have learned that this is something that will not happen in this first semester. While students who commute to classes every day are fighting for parking around campus, the new student union took up most of the parking on campus. I spoke to Shivani Cole, Vice President of the Delta Sigma Theta chapter on North Carolina Central's campus, and asked her how she felt about being back on campus and the effects of these new buildings.
If you ask me, it's a hot mess. I think somebody needs to come and get it together. Honestly, it should not take me 30 minutes to find parking. I'm late to classes at this point. I shouldn't have to pay for a parking pass.
North Carolina Central University has been looking to expand their campus. They just recently released a new 5-year plan to show all the renovations around campus that they plan on doing. They've also been trying to stay on schedule despite this virus. For Central News, reporting, Jamin Wade.
Well, the Eagles are excited for the upgrades to the Nest. Thanks, Jamin. As the fall semester begins, Eagles were welcomed with new rules and regulations. Jada Perry has more on how students are adapting.
I'm in the Greek boat at North Carolina Central University, where many events are held. North Carolina Central University has experienced several changes and challenges throughout the past year that resemble a new normal for students and staff. Students and staff are working hard to provide a college experience that resembles a new normal. This new normal consists of many protocols such as wearing a face covering, practicing social distancing, sanitized stations, placing thermometers around campus, and weekly COVID testing. The Eagle community has 8,011 students, some who are vaccinated and many who aren't. The university has a Crush COVID competition to motivate students to get vaccinated, with currently 1,863 students vaccinated. As students are returning, it is mandatory to abide by North Carolina Central University policies and protocols to ensure that the campus will continue to be a safe and healthy environment.
We lost our optimism for fun things on campus, and now we starting to get that back and still like social distancing, and that's good for us.
Although weekly testing is not required, it is strongly recommended that students do so. Testing will be held at the Leroy T. Walker Physical Education Complex every Thursday from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. Students are encouraged to go to the Student COVID-19 Vaccine Clinic located in the Alfonso Elder Student Union, room 144A. North Carolina Central University will continue to provide accurate information to students and staff regarding COVID policies and protocols. Reporting for Central News, Jada Perry.
One thing we can say about our students is that we handle change well. Thanks, Jada. Well, change is necessary if students don't want to shut down replay like 2019. Nala Sally tells us more on what Eagles must do to stay in the nest.
At the start of the school year, NCCU has mandated that all residential students, including commuters, get tested. Whether vaccinated or not, students must get tested. Students can make an appointment by going to the Medicat tab in MyEOL. Students can take the test off campus and upload the results. Tests must be administered by a medical provider. They will not be accepting tests done at home.
I'm a commuter, and I believe that commuters should be testing is because it's more risky. You come into contact with even more people from all over, just like even on campus is risky as well. But I agree that testing weekly or being vaccinated will help the school and the numbers and the cases.
NCCU sent emails to provide key points for all commuters to be informed. They are requesting commuters to get tested by August 29, 2021. If you don't get tested, your name will be sent to the Dean of your academic department and Office of Conduct and Community Standards. Vaccinated commuter students are exempt from weekly testing. Students who aren't vaccinated will be subject to increased surveillance testing based on campus positivity rates. These surveillance testings will be a selection process.
NCCU encourages everyone to follow the 3 W's: wash your hands, wear your mask, and watch your distance, in hopes of having campus continue to move back to normal. Reporting for Central News, Nala Sally.
Well, we can only hope that all students will abide by the rules. Thanks, Nala. Well, the student body isn't the only team that had to quarantine last year. Eagle football quarantined from the game field for over 644 days, but the team is back and better than ever. Esther Vall spoke with the team to see how they plan to come back with a vengeance.
I am here today in front of the O'Kelly Riddick Stadium, where the NCCU Eagles are practicing.
They have not been on a football field since the November of 2019 season due to COVID-19. They have been staying safe and following guidelines. Now with vaccinations on hand and a lift on the statewide mask mandate, the Eagles are ready like never before. They are coming energized and fully motivated for this coming season. These young men have been practicing with cheerful hearts as they stay eager to bring the game this coming week. They won't fumble with COVID during this time as they start a new season. How has COVID-19 affected these players on and off the field? Well, the players have been on defense since the quarantine.
It was a lot being away from football. We weren't able to really do anything. So we had like restrictions on everything we had to do.
The players are not just coming back to win games, but they are tackling COVID by staying safe. They have been wearing masks indoors and staying 6 feet from others. They obey their professors' rules within their classrooms, keeping not just themselves, but everyone else safe. The Eagles are bringing football cheer back to the nest.
To purchase your tickets, visit centralnews.com. Reporting for Central News, Esther Valley.
As we saw in Atlanta, it looks like the Eagles are ready for their season. Thanks, Esther. Schools across the nation closed their doors and shifted to online learning. But vaccines have made it possible for students to come back to the classrooms. Reniqua Persal visited a local middle school to see how they prepared for their students' in-person return.
I am here outside of Liggett Middle School as staff prepares for the incoming students in year 2 of COVID.
The coronavirus has affected everyone in many different ways, especially those who are considered essential workers such as first responders, healthcare personnel, and educators. Second-year teacher of Liggett Middle School, Alex Murphy, had quite the experience coming out of college and entering her first year of teaching during the start of the pandemic. Ms. Murphy takes on a big responsibility not only to protect herself, but also the many students that she interacts with on a day-to-day basis. In an act to help prevent the spread of the virus, Ms. Murphy has taken matters into her own hands to ensure the safety of herself and her students. The mask mandate, along with the hybrid audience approach that Ms. Murphy will be using this year, allows a certain number of students in the classroom and the rest to attend through Zoom. Students will alternate between the two, giving everyone the in-school experience. This approach limits direct interactions and makes the 6 feet social distancing requirement feasible.
Although it is not a state requirement for educators to be vaccinated, it is strongly encouraged. Most of the staff at Ligon Middle School are fully vaccinated. I am Raniqua Pearsall with your report for Central News.
I'm sure those students are excited to be back just as we are. We hope they continue to stay safe. Thanks, Ranika. Well, that's going to do it for us today, Eagles. Thank you for tuning in, and it's a great day to be an Eagle. We'll see you next Friday at noon.